Hey guys, hello, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. I'm on a layover here in Fort Lauderdale, and I thought I would give you a tour of my new Rollaboard. Now, with my airline, we were told when I went to training 2.5 years ago, more, that we actually had to go to training with our bag to make sure that it would be compliant, our Rollaboard. And so I was broke, just fresh from living in a car, so I didn't have a lot of money to throw at an expensive suitcase. So I went to Walmart. I bought an American Tourister 4-wheel spinner for $60-something, and it was fine. It worked beautifully for, I don't know, first 8 or 9 months, a year. And then one of the shuttle drivers threw it in the back of a shuttle unceremoniously and tore this out of the bag because the material wasn't really that fantastic. So I got a Delcy Rollaboard from Amazon for $81, I think, and I liked that bag a lot, primarily because it had a lot of storage. It had pockets all over the place to hold all of my crap. I travel with a lot of crap, and so it was really a much better bag for me. And also it had 2 wheels. There's a big there's 2 camps, 2 wheels and 4 wheels. The 4-wheel spinner seemed really convenient to me because I could move up and down the aisle of the aircraft sideways, and it was really easy. Getting on and off airport trams seemed to be easy. But the problem is those wheels are very small. They have to spin very fast to keep up with me. They were frequently loud. More wheels, more noise. And because the construction of the wheel assembly did not allow me to get in there and change the wheel very easily, replace it, or clean it, there always seemed to be some sort of very strange tangle of like hair and other kind of fibers and things that you pick up off the sidewalk at airports, carpeted areas in hotel rooms. So the wheels eventually got kind of gummed up by just stuff, which is really disgusting. So I have become I've moved over to the 2-wheel camp. The 4 wheels seemed more convenient, but now that I've had bags for a 1.5 years or more with 2 wheels, I've really come to appreciate 2 more than 4. And in particular, I'm a fan of these Travelpro wheels. The bag is silent as it moves through the airport or along a sidewalk even. It's very quiet. But I want to give you a tour of this Travelpro bag. I got it from our website. It was, I think, $130 something from our website, and they allow us to do payroll deductions. I think it's 6 months. I had $118 credit or something ridiculous to our website. I think I'd ordered 1 work shirt, so otherwise I had a full, pretty much almost my full credit available. So I paid for most of the bag with my credit. If you work for my airline, you do have to pay for your uniforms when you're in training. It can be payroll deducted, but after that, every year you get a credit at our uniform website where you can buy replacement pieces or new items. So that's how I paid for this Rollaboard. So I think I've rambled enough. Let me show you the bag. If you have any questions, I haven't answered anything, drop a comment below and I'll do my best to answer those questions. So let's take a look at the bag. All right, guys, here is my new Rollaboard. It is a Travelpro FlightCrew 5. It's a 21-inch bag. I think that is the measurement of the bag itself, excluding the wheels and the little handles and stuff, but it's a 21-inch bag, and it seems perfect for work. I've used it for about 2 trips, 4 days, and it's really performs beautifully. So let me give you a tour and some of the features, and I'll tell you why I like the bag. And there's like 1-2 things I'm not in love with, but really no big concerns. First off, I have all the pockets unzipped, so the bag itself looks kind of messy here, so I do apologize. The fabric is a really heavy-duty nylon that reminds me a lot of Tumi, old-fashioned Tumi, so it's like this ballistic nylon, so it's pretty darn sturdy, and if it's anything like Tumi's fabric, it can handle anything. First, this pocket, which is wonderful. It's pretty roomy with a gusset down there. I don't know what I would put in this section, maybe some paperwork. I have like first-time flyer certificates, credit card applications, that kind of stuff. So that'll probably go inside here. This is a tablet sleeve. Oh, I'm sorry, right here. And that would hold my work tablet beautifully. I'm gonna take this out so it doesn't weigh the lid down as I show you these things. This pocket here up on top is one of the things I'm in love with. There's a tiny, 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 slim little, it's like a pen case size pocket here with a zipper. Inside I've got some earplugs and some ginger candies just in case either myself or a coworker or a guest gets a little upset stomach. And I have one of my brother's little paper airplanes. If you remember my videos from when I first started my channel, you might remember the story around that paper airplane. There is a key keeper right here. So, you know, if you are on a 4-day trip, you probably don't need your house keys in your pocket the whole time. So this is great. Just clip your keys onto here, tuck it in, and you don't have to worry about losing your keys during your 4-day trip. The pocket that's right here goes down to about here inside the bag. So it seems fairly deep, but the way this is constructed across here, it's very rigid and close on the inside. So if anything falls below this line, it's really hard to get your hand in there and anything out of it. And anything that's sitting up on top of it, you have to take out before you get to what's lower in the pocket. So this one pocket is not my favorite. It's very cinched and tight around here. So anything below that section is hard to get to. So I'm not in love with that pocket. This, if they could, I would have made this a little bit deeper to allow your hand to go down into that pocket. That's one of my only complaints of the bag. The hardware is super chunky. You're never going to be like looking for your zipper pulls. You know, when you're trying to find which zipper pull belongs to what part of the bag, you will not have a problem with that. Oh, I almost forgot. There is a laptop sleeve right on top, right here. So you just slide your laptop right in on the top. And so if you're going through, so cameras all over. If you're going through extra security at KCM, for example, and they have to open your bag, your laptop can be right inside the top here. They open your bag, and it's a lot easier for them to search your bag. Hopefully it doesn't happen to you very often, but so that is the outside front. Here, this not yours tag I got at a shop in an outlet mall in Vegas. It does not come with the bag. Inside here is one large mesh pocket. That, I don't know what I put in there. I put in maybe an extra work uniform possibly, or a folded up cardigan or sweater or something that's kind of bulky. But I don't know what I would put up there yet, but handy. Inside the bag. Now these straps, this is sort of, it seems to be a running theme with Travelpro. They do things that you've seen in every other bag, but they just do them a little bit better. These straps here are not elastic. So many times these little straps are elasticized, so they don't give, which is good, because because the bag is shallow, I don't know the dimensions here. It's written inside that little pamphlet, but I didn't read it. The bag is fairly shallow. So there's no expansion, which is one of the things I don't like. So if you want to make the most of the inside of your bag, use these compression straps. The hardware, the plastic thing here is really, really sturdy. Put your stuff in there, cinch these straps up, push your stuff down, cinch the strap, and you can really pack quite a lot in your bag. I packed this pile of stuff, plus my toiletry kit and things like that, squish it all down, and I had plenty of room left over for another shopping trip if I had more money. So what else? Oh, inside there's one mesh pocket here that's pretty roomy. Now, and it's at the top of the bag. It's near the top of the bag. So when you have this filled and it's sitting up on its back, on its feet, whatever's in here is not going to get crushed. So if you're a girl, this might be a great place to put bras or things, you know, delicates that you don't want squished out of shape, or socks or, you know, whatever. But that is a great pocket. When you get the bag, this is where you're going to find your J-hook. And I'll show you that hook in a moment. So I really think the inside of this bag is really well thought out. It looks like there's a zipper that runs around the inside, so if you have to get inside the bag to repair it, but I can't seem to find the zipper pull, but hopefully I'll never have to have the bag repaired. Let's look at the outside here. Pretty typical handle, pretty heavy duty. Something that I really appreciate with Travelpro. That sounds stupid, but this little screw, is that focusing? Yeah, right there. And I'll tell you about the wheels in a moment. The screws, the rivets, are all regular Phillips head screws. So if you have to fix something, you might be able to fix it yourself, you know, or whoever's going to fix it doesn't have to take the bag apart to fix it. So there's a little ID tag right here, which seems silly, right? Oh, how can I be impressed with this? So often this little security or this little personal information tag is so hidden that I don't know anyone would find it or bother to look for it. But so if someone finds that it takes this bag by accident, God help me, this is right here and they have my information, my contact information, without having to search for it. So it's right there. While I'm here, I'll show you the wheels. The wheels are literally rollerblade wheels. They're just like what I used to ride around in rollerblades when I used to wear them. Super easy to spin, silent on sidewalks, in the airport, on any surface. The bag is silent and it moves like the wind. Really great. The wheels are unbelievable. Some of my coworkers got these wheels, they're transparent silicone wheels, but they have little LED lights on the inside. And when it spins, it powers the wheels and they light up. And I'm thinking of doing that. And all I need is a Phillips head screwdriver to do that, which is really nice. If you look at a lot of bags, the wheels are put together in ways that you can't get to the hardware itself, or it's just, you'll never be able to do it on your own. But there are little bumpers here and up by the back of the handle here, which really allow the bag to be put on its back without ruining the back of the bag, which is very thoughtful. There's a kick plate for, so if you're gonna go up a curb or something, you're not gonna ruin the back of your bag either. This whole assembly seems really solid. There's a big, giant, solid pocket back here, which I don't know what I'd put in here, honestly. If I had a paper manual or something, I don't know, maybe I'd put it in here, but I don't know what I'd put in there. But so if you have this bag, what do you put in there? What else do I want to show you back here? Oh, there's little feet, like on a handbag. There's little feet on the side of the bag. So when someone's gonna, if an employee at the shuttle, for example, the hotel shuttle, is gonna throw your bag in the back of a van, they're gonna grab it by the handle on this side and they're gonna sling it into the back of the shuttle on these little feet. So the feet are gonna stop your bag from being chewed up in the back of the shuttle floor, which is nice. All right, let's look at the top. First off, the telescoping handle. It locks at 3 or 4 different, there we go. It locks at 3 or 4 different positions. I'm 6'1", a little taller in my shoes. And so this is long enough where I don't kick the bag as I'm walking, which is really nice because some bags just are too short for me to pull. And they get in the way. And there's a lot of room inside here to get your hand in there. Now, I've never been really impressed by a suitcase handle. There's been no reason to be impressed with a suitcase handle until now, of course. Once again, the screwdrivers the screws, as you see here, the rivets are just Phillips head screwdrivers. So if I have to replace this or whatever, it's just easy to do without ruining the bag. The strap is super sturdy and very heavy with this webbing. It's also very high off the bag, which I would not have normally cared about until I realized if you're wearing gloves or mittens, or if you have a big sparkly ring, which I don't, unfortunately, you'll have plenty of room to get your hand under this bag without having to wedge it under there. So really, really well-designed handle. And when the bag is full, my bag weighs probably, with my laptop in it, my bag probably weighs about 40, 45 pounds. I know, it's a lot. And this handle just seemed to make it very easy to manage. I've never been impressed with a suitcase handle until now. And then there is the J-hook. Let me turn this bag around. I should probably zipper this. Hold on one sec. All right, there we go, just to make it easier to show you. So this J-hook snaps onto the top here, and you just press that, take it off, and it snaps in. Easy enough, even one-handed. You can adjust it so it is not going to hang too low or too high, and then you would have this big metal hook on the front of your bag. So let me find you another bag, I'll show you what to do. All right, so I picked up my little work tote that I use. It's a little Toomey bag I got at one of the outlets. So you have your J-hook. I've shortened the strap so that it's going to be match the length of the bag I'm hanging on it. It's super easy to adjust. And you just drop the bag on that hook, and then you tilt your bag and you wheel away. I'm sorry, that's really messy. You just throw the bag on there and you run. Super easy. When you're adjusting this to hold your tote bag, adjust it so that your bag just sits at the base. Because if you don't, and you hang the bag and it's very heavy off the front and it's too high up, this whole bag is going to tilt forward. So adjust it so that your bag sits on the ground, and then when you tilt the bag to wheel it away, this bag will rise up off the ground and not drag on the sidewalk. So that's how we'd use that J-hook. And there's a whole way of using this on an escalator so you don't lose this. If you go down an escalator, go with your bag first. Lead with your bag. Always lead with the bag, right, ladies? But bring your bag down the escalator before you get on the escalator. Otherwise, if you drag this behind you, when you get off the escalator, your bag will pop off this and then tumble and tumble and tumble, and it's not a very sexy look. But the J-hook is probably the whole reason I wanted this bag. Ta-da! So that is my... Oh, that hook is loud. Did I even point this out? I don't know if I did. This is a handle so that you can actually help lift the bag up into the overhead bin. Super handy. It also ends up being a foot to balance the bag so that your wheels on this handle allow the bag to stand up. And what else am I missing? There's something else I wanted to say. Oh, there's one other thing. I don't use them. Because I don't ever really need to lock up my bag. But they do have little Tsa Lock circles here. So if you do want to lock your bag up, I don't, because for us, we go through KCM. We don't go through regular security. And usually we can keep an eye on our bags when they're in the airplane. So I don't bother with locks on my bag, but if you do, there are appropriate spots on the hardware for locks. All right, so that is the tour of the FlightCrew 5 by Travelpro, and that's a bag I would really, really recommend. There's almost nothing I don't like about the bag. Well, the one thing I would like in an ideal world would be better designed pockets for odds and ends, because as flight attendants, we carry a lot of crap. And clips to keep the window curtains closed, all sorts of stuff that doesn't fit in our regular tote bag easily. So I would like more odd and end sort of pockets, but otherwise the bag is almost flawless. In terms of dimensions, I got the 21-inch Rollaboard. They do make a 22-inch. And let's see, the 21-inch is 21 inches, and this is the bag, not including the wheels, I think. 21 by 14 inches by 8 inches. And in terms of centimeters, it is 53 by 36 by 20 centimeters. It weighs 9.4 pounds when it's empty. So it feels very lightweight, which is deceptive because typically a bag that feels that lightweight isn't my favorite. Usually it feels pretty cheap. But when it's packed, it's a really, really well-designed bag. And in terms of volume, I've never wondered about this, but it is 39 liters. So if you were, for example, to buy a backpack, if you are a backpacker, you pay more attention to the volume of a bag. And a 39-liter bag is fairly roomy. And so it holds quite a bit. I am very, very happy with my bag. Once again, one of the cautions I would make is if you're walking in through Macy's, for example. One of my subscribers messaged me. She had gone to Macy's. She saw a FlightCrew. She saw a Travelpro bag at Macy's. It was marked at $400, and the salesperson gave her a super deal at $190. So she bought the bag. And then I saw that our uniform website where we can actually buy this bag, it was $130 something, $131, $134. So I told her, return that bag and buy this bag. You can order it when you order uniform pieces with my company. But I would get the 21-inch. They do make that 22-inch. The 21-inch I know is going to fit into any overhead bin in the industry, right? And if you're going to travel through Europe, I think that's going to fit as well, I would assume. If I'm wrong there, please let me know. I think that's it. If you have any questions that I have not covered in this video, please let me know, and I will talk to you later. Fly safe. Bye.